My name's Eric Hess. We farm here in Lanesville, Indiana. There's about 160 acres of row crops here that grandfather and I farm 50-50. It's really been a blessing to be able to work with him, and it's really what's allowed me to get started in farming is just having family support. He has the equipment and the land, and I take care of all the labor, and we split everything half and half. We raise popcorn, soybeans, alfalfa hay, Timothy hay, a little bit of wheat, and some beef cattle. You know, you really have to do some crop rotation here in southern Indiana for soil conservation and soil health and things like that. We even see some issues just in having corn and beans in a field for 2, 3, 4 years of erosion. So, you know, we try and rotate some hay back in to, you know, for erosion control and to build the soil health. The Timothy, typically we'll sow it with our wheat. When we sow the wheat, we'll take the wheat off, harvest the grain. We'll come back and clip the straw with a hay bind and bale off all the straw off the field. And then that field will lay fallow from you know, end of June till the next spring when the Timothy will be ready to harvest. Timothy and alfalfa work fairly similar. Trickiest part's weather and labor. We'll look for a 3-day window. Typically, if we can, try and get a good 3-day window, a good sunshine right after a cold front moves through. And that really helps us keep good color and good quality in the hay. We'll mow it down, say one morning. The next morning, we'll come in and ted it out, get it real fluffed up and spread out so it dries a little better. And then the next morning, we'll come in and rake it in the morning and then bale it in the afternoon. We started raising for horse farms. Most of it we actually delivered ourselves over to Churchill Downs and took some down to Keeneland at Lexington for thoroughbred horses. Is what we focused on primarily, and that's still kind of the market we're focusing on. The rye straw we baled, it was baled up nice and clean and has nice color to it, so it will probably go to horse farms for bedding. We've shipped several semi-loads down to Florida and South Carolina the last few years. You know, now we work with guys like Bob they'll buy it and let them take care of delivering it and working with the end customer.
I'm Robert Schickel. Back in '83, my wife and I started the business called Heyday. I farmed with my dad, 400 acres there with my dad. We put up some straw there. We basically buy all of our hay and resell our hay. Our straw, we raise rye straw for the market in Louisville, the horse market, Churchill Downs.
As far as Farm Bureau as a whole, the thing I like most about Farm Bureau is just their advocacy for agriculture as a whole. That's one area in agriculture we struggle with, is having a good voice in the public and being able to be heard, because we make up such a small percentage of the population.
To be a Farm Bureau member, there's a lot of benefits besides just discounts. Just the pure fact, as I mentioned earlier, about having the opportunity to work with our legislators to expose how local, county, and state government works. It helps you become educated to be involved in other areas besides farming.
There's a large percentage of the population, I think, that really doesn't understand what happens on a farm, where their food comes from, and the more we can share with them, the more we can be transparent, I think is a great benefit to both us as an agricultural industry and the general public. I'm Eric Hess, and I found my voice with Indiana Farm Bureau.